Hello everyone, we're back with Fake Grand Order with the Olympus Singularity. Hope the windows align correctly. Yeah, it looks about right. I can't see the very left side of OBS, so I'm just relying on that. Yeah, when we last left off, we killed Dioscuri, finally. Now we're heading up to Zeus. This couldn't go wrong. No, don't worry, we still have a Rome to use Ex Machina. And if worse comes to worse, we could just summon Nero. She'll just Umu Zeus out of existence, probably. Who are we with? Oh, we're gonna be Zeus. See Zeus be like, oh, everyone's dead. Directly beneath the fifth tree of emptiness, Megalon. Oh no! Hold on, you stay there. You stay there. Hold on. I have to make sure not to roll over the curtain that's been directly behind me. Okay, I'm out. Got it. Okay. Put back in without getting the curtain stacked on the wheel. I've done it! I hope. Great orbital, whatever, what's it? Center. Yeah. Was that an alien in the middle of it? Did you guys see that? Like a green goblin looking. This will be neither sacrifice nor prayer. I don't know, what are you doing to Europa? All we seek is the king of the gods' judgment. He has ruled the heavens since the time of dawn. It's the dawn of time, not the time of dawn. That's this morning. But triumphant in no less than 4 Machia. By day he rules over clear blue skies. By night he conquers what lies beyond them. Wasn't this Europa's lines? He is the welder of the great thunder. Yeah. He's cool. Almighty Zeus, please grace us with your presence. Tell us what should be done with this cowardly, treacherous queen. Hey Zeus. Europa. I trust you understand why you, my priestess and queen, stand here awaiting sentence like a common criminal. Lord Zeus. Well now, I simply must ask, what in the world were you thinking, O queen? Indeed, you are Heavenly Zeus's queen and priestess. You are the direct recipient of his love. And yet this is how you repay him? With treason and treachery? It was your guidance that enabled the pitiful dregs of the 4th Machia to vanquish both Demeter and Aphrodite. Ah, how tragic. Ah, how shameful. Even worse. It was all for nothing. No matter how hard you struggle, your proper human history home will never return. There's no longer a Europe to call you mother. What a waste. What an utter foolishness. Suppose this is simply what comes of letting humans act on their feelings. Enough. You know we have no reason to involve ourselves with Olympus's affairs, Limbo. Our only job is to await the foreign god's advent. Your interference has far overstepped its bounds. Oh, believe me, I was very uncertain as to whether I should get involved. But when I saw such a deplorable spectacle unfolding before my very eyes, why, I simply couldn't help but take these matters into my own hands. Indeed, if offering at my own head would make things right, it would be a small price to pay. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Gods from foreign lands. The time of judgment is at hand. There'll be silence in my great shrine. Yes, of course. My most humble apologies. In that case, yes, by all means. Just shut up. We disciples of the foreign god humbly await your most just and righteous decision, Almighty Zeus. Please take all the time you need. What's gonna happen to Europa? If they're dragging her onto Zeus's altar, it's gonna be because they're about to cut off her head, right? Maybe possibly. Oh no, don't snitch! Don't snitch, Europa! RIP Kadoc are cool! Dang it. I don't get it. Europa still hasn't told them our names, even though we'd make perfect scapegoats. Why not? She just tells them us Crypters made her do it. I'm sure they'd at least spare her life. Calm down, Kadoc. I don't know! What's gonna happen to these two? So, like, I assume we're gonna, kill this lost belt, destroy it, right? Unless we have Olympus 3. Well, the Greek lost belt 3. I assume, we take care of it. Where are these two going after that? They could come with us. You really should learn to think before you speak one of these days. I know Zeus agreed not to listen in on our conversations as part of his contract with Krishnaria. Oh, it's convenient. We don't know for sure if he's keeping his word. You're right. I'm sorry. It's, the fact that his thunderbolts haven't already burnt his George crisp is a good sign that he is. As for Europa, it's really not hard if you think about it. There's a very simple reason she's not saying anything. It's because she doesn't want you to die here. Or me, for that matter. Besides, I'm pretty sure she hasn't given up yet. Even now, she's chosen to remain materialized instead of ending her own life. She's really strong, isn't she? Well, of course she is. You don't get to be the mother of Europe by being weak. Kadoc. I'm gonna go see Wodan. I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I'm gonna try coming clean. Go for it! In the meantime, I've got something of my own I want to try. You're not gonna kill yourself, are you? Of course not! There's no way I'm dying in a world without David in it. Are you gonna go hang out with David after this? I'm just gonna make sure a certain cartoonishly evil monk gets a little bit of comeuppance. Alright, I guess Pepe dealt with Limbo, you know. They know each other. They're not big fan. Well, Pepper's not a big fan of Limbo. Europa. I do not think you have gone mad. I'm certain you're agonized over the choice you made. However, oh no, his eyes lit up. You should have said something to me before setting down on your chosen path. If you had done that, we could have avoided needless bloodshed. The gods who are now dead would be alive. What a tragedy. I loved you. And you? I saw a chance for our lost bout in your human history to reach an understanding. But it seems your blood ties to your original world were stronger than I realized. What is done, as I well know, but I must ask you all the same. Why? This lost bout, this world over which I rule, is the path this world must take for Earth to be restored, for mythology to be restored. This is the path humans are meant to follow. And yet, why, my queen? Why did you do it? Oh, kind and gentle Zeus. Alas, what you feel for humans like myself, my dearest Zeus, is not love. You are a great protector of humans. You do a wonderful job guiding us. I can even see genuine compassion in your eyes when you look upon us. It is, however, not the manner in which one looks upon equals. It is the manner in which one looks upon pets. Surely in your great omnipotence, you must already know that. Europa. Dude, she's slaying it. Oh, indeed I do. The love we give to humanity has been the love one has for pets ever since we awoke as gods. Perhaps things would have been different back then. Back when we were but unthinking ships with only enough intelligence to cross the stars. No, my dear Zeus, I'm afraid you are mistaken. Humanity will never have loved a ship without a heart at all. Almighty Zeus, king of the gods, I'm overjoyed that you've decided to take a form that resembles ours. Europa. I have no doubt that the love you feel for me is genuine. However, I cannot overlook the sins you committed by aiding in the death of two gods. And Dioscuri. Even my twin children, the Dioscuri, now gone from my interstellar mountainous city, thanks indirectly to you. Thus it is with a heavy heart that I must pass judgment upon you. Please don't Ushir. Please don't Ushir. Wait, Ushir, but like let us like rule breaker. Get Medea. Yeah, where's Medea Lily? We haven't seen her yet. Attention, my beloved citizens of Olympus. I assume this is Zeus. I, the all-powerful Zeus, bring you news from atop great orbital shrine Olympia Dodana. A decision has been made. A decision has been made. Queen Europa, my beloved emissary from proper human history, has regrettably committed a grave sin. Deicide. Weep and wail, my beloved citizens. I assume that means God, like the killing of a deity. Your lamentations are my tears. Your wails are my anguish. At noon today, upon Olympia Dodana's great altar, there will be a public execution of Queen. This is Lost Boat 1! This is Atalanta altar. I've seen this before. My beloved citizens, you'll all be shown video of the execution. Watch it closely. Let tears spill down your cheeks. Once the execution is over, you'll be permitted to mourn the loss of our queen for the next 100 years. How long has she been queen? Like, has she been here this whole time, or has she only been here since the tree appeared like a year, 2 years ago. I forget. I think they said, you know, back in the beginning, but we're fighting looks like generic enemies. So I assume we're gonna go try to save her. I thought he'd try to, like, you know, mind control her like he did everyone else. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Anastasia permanently unlocked this time. 422. Hey, that's Earth Day. That's tomorrow. Well, by the time you're seeing this, maybe it'll be Earth Day 2023. Oh, I almost made a grave mistake. And let's go ahead and switch you out for, like, someone who's AoE, but also, like, could use some bond. Achilles? I use Achilles a lot, so his bond's probably pretty good. Oh, really? Only 6? I use him a lot. I don't mind him being that. And change this up for the good one. Or the better, well, the equal but more versatile one. Dang. Yeah, where are we now? Still in the hyperstasis room? Yeah, oh no, we're back here. And I assume that bell was us listening to the announcement. Oh! Did you hear that, Senpai? They're gonna publicly execute. And I heard that noon is only 3 hours from now! Easy there, young man. Can't have you running off yet again when we've only just reestablished our connection. Oh yeah, Gordolf. I've run from you in ages. Just to make sure you're safe and sound back in the Alliance base, yes? Good. Now hold on just a moment. Just finished going over your latest reports and I need a moment to think. Putting aside the fact that your recent run-in with Tomamovich Koyenskaya is condensed into a single line that simply says, encountered a fought Tomamovich Koyenskaya, how long have they been cut off from us? Because that was back before we killed Aphrodite. Oh yes, they took the liberty of abridging their battle report, which continues to be a rather sore subject for Gordolf. Or Holmes is trying to hide something from us. In the meantime, I'd appreciate it if you kept the truth about our identity just between us, at least until our mission here is concluded. But true, we don't have time to worry about it right now anyway. Holmes is being pretty sus. I say, why are you all hushed up over there? Can hardly afford to be confused right now. I also see that the Grand Summon article Ether is now in your possession. Good, good. It's most unfortunate that this collaborator, Queen Europa, was captured. It's also a great shame you lost a capable ally in Prometheus Hephaestus, that the enemy now knows about your underground hideout. However, in spite of all that, we're by no means at a disadvantage. Thankfully, Queen Europa's execution does not change our situation, which is the most important thing. Yeah, we're gonna go save her anyway. Really, now that the Aether is safely in our possession, it seems to me her role in the operation is over. Am I wrong? Well, true, I doubt the collaborator will have a major part to play from here on. While this will, of course, be easier said than done, for the final phase of Operation God Destroyer, we need to only activate Ether in front of Zeus. As such, painful though it may be, there's nothing for us to gain by rescuing Queen Europa from her public execution. If anything, the prudent thing would be to stay far away, as it is very likely a trap designed to lure us in and wipe us all out at once. Yeah, we're gonna go in anyway though. Here! Even I can see what an obvious trap this is. And besides, the fact is, at this point, whatever happens to her has no effect on us. But she's cute. It's no effect at all. You do understand what I'm getting at. He knows what we're about to say. He knows. Listen, it's difficult to say, but we are fighting a war. In times of war, one must sometimes make unpleasant decisions, even be callous. So as one who has walked the path of cruelty and callousness myself, let me offer you this advice. Now is not the time to deliberate. Whatever you decide, I urge you to make your choice quickly. So, you think we should make up our minds soon, Emperor Caligula? That's what he just said, yeah? Indeed I do, Shield Maiden. Right now, our ultimate objective is to cut down the Tree of Emptiness. To do that, we'll also need to slay Zeus. Of course, we know what will happen if we're successful. Cutting down the Tree of Emptiness will end this last bout, causing all of Olympus to disappear. And Adele and me will probably both end up dying. Oh, we've never been able to observe from the inside exactly what happens to a lost belt when it disappears from Earth. So I can't say for sure what will happen. But, yes, expect everything will disappear. They better not bring back all the lost belts for like the Solomon-style finale, and everyone that gives us their energy. I would hate it if they did that. I'd also probably cry if Potsy showed up. The chance of any life forms inside the lost boat surviving is vanishingly small. Yes, we understand. The gods once told us that the destruction of the Tree of Emptiness would mean the death of all of Olympus. We've been over this. We knew that, and we still chose to remain in the God Destroyer Alliance. Even if we're all going to die anyway once we succeed, Queen Europa doesn't deserve to be executed. She should at least have a more dignified death. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not really how I feel. It's only a pretext, an excuse. Everyone in Olympus gave up on being a father or a mother or any kind of parental figure long ago. They're all just things to be protected. Mindless reeds who never think about anything besides prostrating themselves before the gods. But something about Lady Europa reminded me of my mother. I see. So she doesn't see humans like you and Miss Adele as mere things to be protected. Hey, Marcarios, how about you call me Daddy then? Well, not in a weird way. Europa's my new waifu. Alongside Lakshmi and Consort You and Oswaldo didn't really have a waifu, and Anastasia. Yeah, that's right. I know we only spent a tiny bit of time with her last night, but when I saw her grieving the 10,000 years we spent in stagnation, how she and Adele laughed together. For a moment, felt like I was looking at her mother again. That was all off camera, by the way. Your mother. Oh. Yeah, as far as Olympus is concerned, that's not it. As far as we're concerned, Queen Europa is the last mother to ever look out for us. She's the last person who ever wished for a future where we could learn and grow. That's why I want to witness the Tree of Emptiness' destruction and face our final moments with her together. Your final moments, huh? Yes, that's how we feel. Sister. I feel the same way, Macarios. There's dignity in death. As an anti-hero who stole that dignity from far too many people, Horsey, I too would ask that you grant their wish, so that the end of all things past may at least be a peaceful one. Indeed, that is also the wish held by many lives I stole, lives that were lost thousands of years ago, whose wish even now resonates firmly within my soul. What was that? I thought something just fell to my right, which is why my computer was. I was like, my computer! But no, everything looks fine. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Could never make a choice that I knew would result in my death. Yet I don't even want to think about making one. To remember that such choices even exist. That being said, I never rejected neither's choice made under such circumstances. Neither would I mock nor deride it. Just find it very sad. I do understand that if there's only one thing that one could ask for in their final moments, it would be to share those moments with someone precious to them. Well, not me, of course. Certainly not me. As a mage, my mind easily transcends such mundane human concerns. At any rate, very well, Adele and Marcarios, I understand how you feel. So I think under the circumstances, okay. Let's go stop Queen Europa's execution. Right. Exactly. Since you two have done nothing but help us ever since we arrived. While I'd like to reward you at the moment, can't even present you with a single freshly baked croissant. So, while this might undoubtedly be risky, this is the best reward the God Destroyer Alliance could ask for. Then we at Calde are more than willing to help. Hang on, you already agreed? Wouldn't you have let me finish my little speech first? Sorry about that, Director. Thanks. Fo. The second option just wasn't true, by the way. We're just making him agree anyway. You guys. Thank you so much. We know we're being very selfish, but... Selfish my butt. You don't need to thank us. Besides, we know plenty well by now how far you two are willing to go for what you believe in. I barely remember what my own mother looked like, but if I could, I'm sure I'd have wanted her to protect her too. So yeah, no way we're gonna ignore your request and go our separate ways after everything you've done for us. Yeah, exactly. Seems like you've reached an agreement, and our next stop is Great Orbital Shrine Olympia Dodana. Finally, Operation Guider's Door will be taking the fight to the enemy. Just better not mess up this last part. No, want to encourage them, not discourage them. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, it's time for a final golden attack! Play the air guitar. I'm playing, it's going hard. Ooh, let's Let's go teach that guy Zeus a thing or two. But first, Canis! Oh, you finally wrapped up the sappy crap? About dang time. And also, you know, your samurai intuition or whatever can be kind of creepy. Canis? Your new spirit form? Pick up your dang shield. Sense that? It's official guards headed into every dang room in the underground. Knew those Dioscuri guys must have tipped them off about us. Check it out. They're crawling up our collective butt even as we speak. We all have a collective butt together. Canis is right. Picking up dozens of clearly hostile magical energy signals near the Alliance base. Full. There we go. Target spotted. I was wondering if it's just going to be a really long time until the battle. There you are, vile Chaldeans. So the God Destroyer Alliance is here too. Listen up, you scum! Do what we say and we'll grant you the mercy of a painless death. Oh, I thought like they'd arrest us. No, just die. But if you should show the slightest bit of resistance, we'll bring the full force of the Olympus official guard down upon your heads. Haven't you guys learned that, like, you should go all out from the beginning? They never learn. Odysseus knew. He had the idea. What is your answer? Get ready to fight! Or we could just let him kill us, you know, that's fine too. Yep. Engaging up at 70%. Stabilized to just over 70. The Aegis' protection is still in effect. Commencing battle. Okay. Does she keep that for the rest of the Lost Bound? That'd be cool. Or, even in Lost Bound, what if it was permanent? That'd be great. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't really had to talk about anything. I mean, I'm not the best in the group, but like, I would consider myself in like the top one. I want to say that's not true, but I haven't inflated ego of my Final Fantasy skills. All hostiles have temporarily disappeared. We subdued the guards. These guards are nothing now. Must have gotten even stronger than I was before. We all know they're just as tough as ever, Canis. We just happen to have momentum on our side at the moment. That won't be the case if we have to face 2 more waves in here, so we better get while the getting's good. I know, just felt like saying it. Why the heck do you talk so weirdly sometimes? Cut it out, it gets on my nerves. Now what you got against cowgirls? We ain't nothing if we not charming as all get out. What? Oh, I'm scared. I'll have to abandon this base. Come on, we can get to the surface from the southern corridor. Hurry. Nikola Tesla, heroic spirits? Well, this doesn't look good. I'm afraid our circuits are damaged during the battle. No! I hate to say it, but it seems this is as far as we go. It's been an honor, Tesla. And, okay, so we gotta name everyone else, but that's a lot of people. But please don't worry about us, my lady. We've already said our goodbyes. At least our heroic spirit selves have. Remember, we're just AIs using their personas. Indeed. They certainly couldn't program emotions into us on top of anything else. So while we may not feel sad at this parting, it was still an honor to have fought by your sides, even if we're only heartless AIs. Not at all. The honor is all ours. Thanks, everyone. Hope we'll get to see each other again someday. I mean, like half of you will be in Hang Kill. Didn't I tell you? We're AIs, not heroic spirits. We're not going to be summoned again like... Wait, of course you already know that. Yes, we agree. It'll be wonderful to see each other again someday. Well, goodbye, Master of Chaldea. Take care. Fo. Oh, not end of chapter. Currently directly but underneath the central altar town. Should be able to see the great orbital shrine up in the sky once we reach the surface. Our first step will be to escape to the surface, while our second will be to use the aircraft to take flight. From there, we'll make our way directly to the shrine. Will that work, Mercurios? Shouldn't be a problem. And the Storm Warder is going to come and do something chuny too, right? Hey, Mustache! Are you talking to me? What is it? Do you have an issue with my decision? Is Nemo healed yet? Now, I'm sure you didn't make that call lightly. Now, if you just agree to go along on the spur of the moment because the twins' speech movie or some crap, let me smashing your fat face in. Now, you're actually weirdly persuasive back there. Hey, Gordolf music. You used my name! What is it now? Once we leave the base, we're going to be fighting off enemies left and right. Since we might not get another chance to talk, I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I will kill Zeus. On that, you have my word. When I do, we'll officially be even. You good with that? Absolutely. Sounds more than acceptable. Good luck, Canis. Also, once you all take to the skies, we'll be right behind you in the Shadow Border, as he called it. Oh, so this Shadow Border will be joining the fray as well. That's surely starting to feel like the final showdown is upon us. Well, I doubt we'll be able to control the skies completely. We can at least throw them into confusion. We can do that much, right, Technical Advisor? Yeah, we can. Personally guarantee it. At long last, it's time for us to take to the skies of Olympus. Da Vinci! Captain's just about back up on his feet, too. From here on, the storm border will be up for you to back you guys up. First, we need to get it rebooted. Once we do that, we'll be ready to unveil its special flight capabilities. Which means the next time we see each other, I'll be up in the big blue yonder. So make sure you survive long enough to take flight, and we'll do our best to survive long enough to reach the great orbital shrine's airspace. Sounds good. Okay, there's the end of shot. Yeah, okay. What now? Oh! I was like, what? That scared me. First I thought it was Europa. I was like, I got Europa? I'm B. Interlude unlocked. Oh! Yay! You level your skills now. Don't do that off camera because that takes an annoyingly long time. What's Bond 5? It's about V. Not what? V wasn't real? It's from the novel of V by Nikolai Gogol, one of Russia's preeminent literary figures. Oh, I didn't know that. There are many Slavic folktales of spirits closely resembling V. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to do our interlude and get her skills up, obviously, and get her to level 90. She's 83, I think. Which close enough, right? Oh, she also needs are they called foes? Am I crazy here? Oh, it's this scene? What? This is here? Oh, okay, so this is a scene I have read before. It's one of the pieces of information I knew going into Olympus, but... Sorry to interrupt, Kadoc, but we've got wyverns! Are you kidding me? I just defeated a servant. Running on fumes here. Oh, I see. Fortunately, I still have a little magical energy to spare myself. Is that so? It must be nice for you, being a hotshot elite with magical circuits out your butt. Pardon my French. Dang, what the heck's with all those wyverns? I can't believe they're actually blotting out the sky. Not even the tropiest of trophy blockbusters are sort of a played out cliche like this. Only two masters alone supposed to do against numbers like that. Sasaki Kojiro. You said it. Expect the French of all people to go something more avant-garde. What the kind of snark is that? Just because I'm using movie comparisons doesn't mean you should too. Oh, come on, are you sulking? I'm the one who feels like sulking. Oh, come on, let's just get out of here. There's no way we can win. First, we're gonna find a ley line. We're gonna summon a servant and start fighting back. Got that, Woldheim? Sure as heck not giving up without a fight. Can't afford to lose, not with all of humanity counting on us. I already took my tendency to whine in my inferiority complex and tossed him in the Cien yesterday? I'm assuming that's a river. So I'm ready to do this thing, one way or another. Wait, is that the... This is not the one it referenced in 7th layer, is it? It might be, actually. Yes, exactly, Kadoc. You're a much stronger, more obstinate mage than you give yourself credit for. This is Rome? Good grief. Just straight luck that this one would be Rome, where season of emperors are alive and well. Well, Septum. Wonder if the 5 good emperors are here too. I always secretly admired Emperor Hadrian. No idea who that is. Didn't I warn you to keep that sort of fanboying to a minimum, Woldheim? I'm gonna not commenting until this section's over, by the way. As if what you babbled about in France wasn't bad enough. Oh no, Ophelia, we use the Arc de Triomphe as a catalyst. That's Jean, right? Oh no, that's Napoleon. Do you think we could summon Napoleon? I couldn't believe it. Since the singularity was in 1431, the Arc de Triomphe de l'Atelier wasn't built until 1836. Still France. Wouldn't even have been there in the first place. I'm not so sure. History becomes muddled in singularities. Why not space-time too? Please try to take this seriously. What happened to your usual cool-headed self? Alright, listen up. I'll handle direct combat. You'll handle things like negotiating with the locals, ascertaining the situation, and coming up with plans. Any objections? Not at all. You're much more capable in battle than I am, so I'm happy to let you take care of it. I swear. I didn't even know you were capable of being so accommodating. Do I really have to remind you that we're the last two masters who have been entrusted with restoring humanity? Okay. Yeah, there's that. This is the whole reason we're invited to Chaldea. We can't afford to make so much as a single mistake. So let's go do what we came here to do, Woldheim. This is our duty. And she said that's two, Kadoc. Come now, Hinako. You should know better than to go on the deck without taking proper precautions. After all, you know what you are, right? Won't you drown the moment you fall into the sea? I think that you know what you're talking about. That can't handle running on water or a western thing. Running water. Whatever the case, it has no bearing on me. I do know what I am, and that isn't what you seem to think. I'm just an ordinary mage, a master like any other. You know, that's how I've been presenting myself all this time. You know, because she's compared to a, not a dead apostle. What's the, true ancestor, but she's not quite one. AKA vampire. If you knew my secret all along, why are you only now bringing it up? I wish I could take credit for figuring it out sooner, but I can't. I honestly had no idea. Knew you were hiding something, of course. But I didn't realize you were a you-know-what until this singularity. It's quite the shock. What revealed it at Okeanos? Never would have guessed you were hiding something this... Well, don't know if serious is the right word, but it's certainly fascinating. Fascinating my foot? It's a matter of life and death for me, you know? Also, when did you get to be so insensitive? Could have sworn you were a lot more tactful back at Chaldea. Sorry, you're right. Shouldn't have been so careless with someone else's secrets. I suppose this singularity just feels so open and liberating compared to the others we've seen so far, that I ended up being a bit more freewheeling than usual. So we've both been putting on an act then? It's my turn to be shocked. I had no idea you're such a good listener. Reminded me of someone I once knew a long time ago. Lonling? He always acted and spoke like a perfect noble. He was surprisingly easygoing and soft on the inside. He was too kind for his own good, too. So much that he ended up poisoning himself just to keep the peace around him. I don't know if that's Longling or not, but I assume it is. If that's what you're really like too, are you sure you'll be okay going forward? You do know we're the only ones left who can restore humanity, right? Well, now that humanity's much to me either way, couldn't care less if human history keeps going or not. So if I ever get bored of all this and bail, you'll have to figure out the rest all on your own. Dude, imagine if instead of Mashu we got Consort You the whole time. Or Hinako, I guess. It's hard to believe there's a singularity in London as well. Even the Mages Association is nowhere to be found. At least it looks like the clock tower underground is still the same. What do you make of this mist, Beryl? It's definitely not cursed. Toxic fog is based on science. Bet there's a giant boiler or something belching it out somewhere. And we're dealing with the Industrial Revolution now, yeah? And my old lady hated that age with a passion. Is that... Well, I don't even know if that's foreshadowing, just hitting you over the head with something. He's, obviously... Well... Even if he's talking about his grandma here, she wouldn't have been alive during the Industrial Revolution. Unless she was old. Like, really old. Have I come on and said this yet? Okay, so I've heard apparently Beryl is a werewolf? Well, or I don't know if that's a theory or not. But do werewolves live forever in the Nasuverse? Then it made her little house in the woods even more unbearable to live in. What about you? Is this mist affecting your magical circuits? Ha, thanks, Kirsch. I know you cared. Don't worry, I'm totally fine. My old lady's the only one who hated consumer culture. Me, I'm okay with it. Trust me, when it comes to settling scores, I'll take a trusty pistol over finicky magecraft any day of the week. True, I have to agree with you there. Only so long as your opponent is vulnerable to firearms. Yeah, that's a good point. So we have to draw ghosts and automata here. Whatever, guess I can act like a mage and do some actual magecraft for once. Alright, Kirsch, suppose bad guys trying to make their hideouts underground? Let's go find the nearest subway station so we can crush them and move on. Gotta say, though, between the two of us, not too worried. Sure, I was kinda shocked when I found out the rest of the team had been killed. So long as you're around, figure we'll be fine. Watch yourself, you hear? Not just weak, notoriously fickle, too. Not careful, you just well end up going over to the enemy side. So just keep one hand on the reins while you're out there trying to thread the needle, okay? And you know Barrel, he's a nice, trader guy. Can't believe we need to cross the entire American continent on foot. That alone has got to make this the most difficult singularity so far. Don't worry, you can do it in like 3 days, right? What I want to give for a jet plane right about now. I can even take a helicopter. Is this gonna be David or Pepe? No, that's enough whining out of you, mister. It's only been 300 kilometers so far, right? We'll be at a city where we can get a good hold of the car soon enough. Wonder if they'll have a pickup truck. Let's have some very strong legs, Pepperons, you know? What was your movement technique called again? Jinsokutsu? One of the 7 Shiguendo Roku Jinsu? I have no idea what those words mean. But using Magecraft to enhance my own legs, that'll only go so far. So they're not going to be running a marathon anytime soon. Come now! Kirstaria, didn't I tell you to call me by my real name? It's Myo Renji Aryo. Remember? Oh, he likes being called by his real name? Figure it's the least I can do to show you a bit of respect after everything we've been through. Is that one of your powers, too? Right you are. Tachinitsu, the power to read others' minds. In my case, I can only tell the color of others' auras. Still, with a color scheme as complex as yours, it's enough to give me a pretty good idea. Swear, gods can be so cruel. Done absolutely nothing but help us. Anyway, tell me, when do you think I'll croak? Which singularity? I think it... If you know that ahead of time, I won't have to hold anything back. And that might help me be at least a little help to you. I like how Pepe's self-aware. Really can't say. But I do know that no one ever made it past the halfway point. I'm just gonna... It's in London, right? I remember when you fight Kirstaria, he has skills. 6 of them are buffs, but the London one actually debuffs him, if I remember correctly. We're at the 3rd singularity right now, which means we'll be at that point ourselves soon. But in your case, you think I could stick around helping you out to the end? Certainly be lovely if you're right. But unfortunately, there's one more power I have, Yojinsu. Tells me how long I'm gonna live and what my destiny will be. It's telling me there's no way I'm gonna make it to the end. Yojinsu. I see. So that's why you're always so fatalistic. You're unfailingly considerate of everyone else back in Chaldea, but when it came to yourself, you only went through the motions. I always found it strange how someone so kind to others could be so cold to himself. Please don't look at me like that, hon. Trust me, I feel way worse about this than you do. True. I don't know how many times we've done this before. We did say that everyone else died part way through, right? So you must have managed to finish the job all on your own. I'm sure that's just what you'll do this time too, even if you have to fight back your tears over my death. That's why I want you to know my real name. For me, this whole journey has been like a dream. When I come back to life, it'll be like it never happened. But if you use my real name, that'll be all my true self needs to know I can trust you. That you really are the right person to lead us. Yes, I suppose it would. You always have been the most observant member of Team A. I wonder if the current Pepe knows this. You know, since he can read his aura and everything. Does he call Pepe by Pepe or his real name? We never saw David. Interesting. Something wrong, Wodan. Your mind seems to have closed off. Aren't you the one who asked me to see me? You're right. My apologies, Zeus. I was just reminiscing a bit. Must have been more lost in thought than I realized. Hope you can forgive my rudeness, however unintentional it was. I'm only human, after all. It's difficult for me to concentrate with your divine aura this close by. What's so funny? Here because I'm concerned about you, you know? Wanted to talk to you about Queen Europa's execution. Don't think you should go through with it. Not only for her sake, but for yours as well. The revelation has been proclaimed. My decision will not be overturned. I understand it is a fatal choice for me, but it is what must be done to maintain order in Olympus. It's what must be done for your world that named us as gods. I seek not to protect myself, but Olympus. Or rather, the miracle that is this world we only managed to find after years spent wandering. You know, now that you mention it, you never did tell me the story of why you crossed the Sea of Stars. Suppose I haven't, haven't I? was a very, very long journey. This is lore era. Before the intelligence that created us died out, it sent us on a meaningless expedition, without so much as a single life form aboard us. Our very universe was on the brink of death. So our final flagship, Chaos, I'm here to kill Chaos. Existed 97% of their resources to send us to your universe. When we arrived, we found this universe to be brimming with life. We were still unable to locate a planet that met the landing conditions with which we had been programmed. We spent thousands upon thousands of years looking, till there were only a scant few of us left. Unable to maintain our convoy, most of our functions ended up wearing away and fusing together. Then, just as we had come to terms with our fate, grand order, accepted that our journey was about to end with our goal unaccomplished, we discovered this planet. It was a miracle. A planet that met 78% of our landing conditions. What, only 78? Quickly made an emergency crash landing on this planet's surface. And the rest, you know. You humans gave us names. Even me. In our fleet, the only ship with a name was our flagship, Chaos. Chaos never landed on this planet. After the first Machia, I became our fleet's flagship in the Chaos's place. Once we were only functions, then you humans gave us names, believed us to have personalities, and worshipped us as precious beings. We were uncertain how to respond. The names, the personalities, the worship. None of it was important or even useful for voyaging. And yet, you were delighted, so you decided to accept the faith people put in you. Yes, we were delighted. The first time we had ever known joy. Joy was a function we neither anticipated nor needed, but we also could not bring ourselves to abandon it. In the end, we all agreed to operate from that point as not as functions, but as gods. But I was the only one who understood that putting down roots on this planet would mean turning our backs on our original directive. It was not to ensure the people of other celestial bodies flourish, but to revive our home planet. I see. So you decided to conduct yourself as though you were a god. Or rather, you changed your programming. You did so in order to protect the people of Earth, of Olympus, no matter what it may cost. That meant ruling over not just the people of Earth, but the 12 Olympians as well. You encroached on the other godships' roles and overstepped your bounds, and did so knowingly. By integrating all functions within yourself, you became an all-powerful god. Why? It was the only way to resolve an otherwise insurmountable problem. 14,000 years ago, a calamity made its way to the— I'll play Extella, okay, Nasu? I get it. I knew that something like the White Titan Safar, a planetary envoy and destroyer of civilizations, existed somewhere in this universe. But never expected it to make its way to this planet. Safar was an invasive weapon, being capable of destroying entire civilizations whose threat only grew greater the more time passed. There's no time to discuss what to do with the other godships. So I took control of the other 12 Olympians' functions, became a single godship, and drove off Safar. Thanks to that, Olympus was saved. So I assume the proper human history timeline, he didn't take control of their functions. And he was like, hey, maybe we should work together to beat him. Instead of, you know. But the other godships all came to hate me. And who can blame them? I stole their functions knowing it would only lead them to ostracize me. While all the other godships had the same integration ability, I was the only one who chose to use it. I was the only one who overstepped my bounds. I was the only ship who went mad. You're wrong there, Zeus. In that moment, as far as this world's people were concerned, you're the only true god. My story is just like yours, Zeus. I was changed in a way I never would have expected if I stayed solely within the bounds of my assigned destiny. All of a sudden, I had motivations I had never been expected to have, and a goal far beyond my reach. All this excess drastically disrupted what my life was originally supposed to be. But even so, I decided to dedicate the rest of my life to that so-called excess. Ever since, it has been my guiding principle, most important thing in my life. I understand, Zeus. All you did was decide to leave your past self behind in order to save those who gave you meaning. Hearing a lot of commotion on the surface. Seems Chaldea has made their way to rescue my queen. Heck yeah, we are! How's the Tree of Emptiness faring, Woldheim? I thought he'd be there. Guess not. Won't be long until it is ready. Once it is, the only remaining step will be to have one of us use it. If you'd like to use it now, I could always deal with Chaldea myself. No. They are here to save Europa, and I should be the one to greet them. I'll save the Tree of Happiness for after I've both eliminated Chaldea and defeated you. That certainly sounds ideal to me. Are you sure that's what you want too? It is. It's the only way I can repay you. I'm going to erase this terminal now. Be the last self-of mine I'll ever make for conversing with a human. Thank you, Kirstania. You gave me something I never had. Something I could never have hoped for once I became all-powerful and began my rule of Olympus. Never had a chance to share my burdens with either Hades nor Poseidon, but I did with you. Farewell, young mage. Farewell, friend. Okay, so Zeus is cool, right? Like, Aphrodite and Demeter, they're kind of lame, but Zeus, he's cool. Farewell to you, king of the gods. I hold you in the highest respect. Sorry, my neighbors were being loud. I think they stopped now. So, Altar Town. This is a new, node. And the thunder that smites stars. Well, yeah, we already. Yeah, right. Not the start of the video. We made it to the surface. I don't see any civilians in our vicinity. Checking magical energy signals now. Multiple magical energy signals detected. Hostiles closing in from all directions. Wyverns! Think we're in for a string of fights, Master. Focus on breaking through a single board ad, yeah. Understood. Let's continue also, yeah, or next. Making sure that Blackwing is ready to go at any time. Start flying as soon as we find an opening. Here they come. I'm surprised to see such great phantasmals sent out to do battle in the middle of a city. Then I suppose the Greek guys would never do anything by half measures. Haha, now we're talking. Love killing big nasties. Come on, those of you with a death wish. I'll scratch that. Those of you who want to die by my spear. Come at me. Oh, nice! You're silly for everything, you might be bored. It's good having you on our side, Canis. Now that we're coming up on the final battle, I think I'll get dressed up for the occasion. The hat! Put on the hat! I'm assuming that's your final ascension. What's with the outfit? Isn't it gonna get in the way of fighting? You don't want to get ripped in battle, do you? Ha! You think I'm saving my best outfit for a victory homecoming? Lady Musashi, gotta look my best while I'm at my best. True! Wait, you can see her belly. That is lewd. No navels. Alright, you creaky mechanical gods, get a load of this. You too, phantasmals. As a heroic spirit, might not be on the same level as the great hero Hercules when he kicked your butts long ago. But as a soul inscribed in humanity, I'm still strong as 1,000 soldiers in my own right. So come at me, steel phantasmals from the Age of God. Look, it's a filler fight. You don't have to go all out with the speeches. I'll let you autograph in no time. Come on, let's do this thing. That is one thing I've noticed in Olympus. Whenever there's like a failure fight, they go all out with the character interactions, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I like that it's more than just, oh yeah, we're fighting now. Although, like, well, you don't need to do a whole speech. And we don't need to keep Anastasia, but like getting her to Bond 6 would be cool. I mean, Achilles works because if one of you uses, well, if Edmund dies, you know, it works. Quick chain, a bonus for using 3. What? Additional. Wow, that's. I only learned that like 5 years ago. Oh, what anniversary is the Japanese server on now? I don't even know. Wait, did the game start in 2015? Is it 7 years? Jeez Louise. I remember back when we thought that like the game would never get an English version. People thought it was impossible. It would never happen in a million years. And then it happened. I remember someone posted like a picture, like it's from some like convention or something, that Aniplex put up a fake Grand Order, and they're like, no way, that's fake, that's not real. Then it turned out it was real. Okay, yeah, that doesn't mean they're translating it though. And then they translated it. Everyone was like, holy cow! I forget how far along was that when like Epic of Remnant was going on? Or is that before even, what? I think Solomon had already happened at that point. Well, like, we're 2 years. Look, math is hard. I think it was the Epic of Remnant year. So, like, I think a little bit after Agartha came out. I just another fond memory of FGO. I just remember one day, like, I was watching Hunter x Hunter. Well, not you don't say the X. Well, I say the X, okay? Why put an X there if you don't say it? I was just watching Hunter x Hunter in the morning. You know, I don't know why I was up so early. It's like 8 or 9 a.m. I went and got some breakfast. You know, just having a time. I look online. Oh hey, Shimosa came out. Hey, Moriamasa's in it. I was like, what the heck, Shiro? In my fake Grand Order, this is the best thing ever. And then they didn't put him in the game for like another 3 years. Every white day, I was like, okay, this is it. White day. We're gonna get Shiro. Oh no, it's just you can put King Arthur in a suit. Dang it! Oh, Curse killed it. Bond up. Waver's almost bond 12. Jeez. He's never gonna use him after I get, which I'm definitely going to, Castor Artoria. Oh, round table. Good, no one's here. Is he gonna talk to Castaria? World times off meeting with Zeus. Since Keltea is bound to show up to save Europa, the alter egos are sure to be keeping their eyes on them. He's snooping. Everything's coming together just as I planned. Don't worry about anything else now, Kadoc. There's ever going to be a chance to sift through the data, this is it. Won't get another. Now they just left their whole plan lying around. That's okay. Settle for anything they don't want me to know, even if it's just meeting logs. Anything that might provide a clue to the foreign god's true identity. Okay, so that was weird. I looked outside, there's 2 people. I think they mixed up my house with someone else's. Or probably there. Well, I don't know. But my address isn't out front, like, it's hard to see. So I think they mixed up my house with, you know, like a delivery or something. But they were right outside my window. What if they heard me doing Chuni Kadoc monologue? Yeah, that'd be embarrassing. There, the terminal's on. Okay, well, don't mind me. Just gonna take a little peek at your files here. They're password protected. Figures. Don't have time to hack my way in. Let's see if I can guess your password. Crypter. Just my luck. Let's see, 7 characters. That's 7 characters, 7 crypters. First letters of each name. Yeah, KKOASBD. Or maybe, oh no, he used Pepper's real name. Okay, huh? Maybe he's Pepperontino instead of Scandinavia. KKOAPBD. Seriously? Can't believe he. No time for that kind of crap now. Sick of being. Did that work? Sick of being a bystander in all this. Now I'll settle for seeing what you see. Figure out what I'm gonna do afterwards. What we got here? Maybe he purposely made it that so Kadoc would figure it out. A regularly scheduled report from Ophelia? Based on the date, this would have been when Chaldea captured me. Weird. Is this the only file saved by itself? Sorry about this, Ophelia. Hey, Ophelia! Contacting you in regards to the relationship between the Lost Spots and the Trees of Emptiness. Oh no, wait, so I just realized why we've been saying this is our second time saying Ophelia this chapter. Sakurai most likely wrote Lost Belt 2, which is, you know, Ophelia's Lost Belt, which is presumably the author of this Lost, you know. Contacting you in regards to the relationship between the Lost Spots and the Tree of Happiness. To clarify terms, I'm defining Lost Spots as an extension of the pruning theoretical phenomenon, alternate history that could never exist on Earth as part of proper human history. The Trees of Emptiness are the anchors holding these lost histories in place. This is witnessed by the fact that Trees of Emptiness and their respective Lost Spots are so closely tied together. All observational data we have for the Lost Spots further substantiates this connection, leaving no room for doubt. As proof, we can look at the Russian Lost Spot, which is disappearing as I speak now that its Tree of Emptiness has been cut down. Timeline definitely lines up. So the Russian Lost Spot disappearing is what definitively proved the connection between Lost Spots and their Trees of Emptiness, huh? Yeah, that sounds right. However, the Russian Lost Spot's disappearance only proves one particular trait about the Trees of Emptiness. There's still one major mystery remaining about the Lost Spots. How do they fill in the gaps between what they were pruned from human history and were replanted in the present day? What? That mystery is what I'm reporting in on today. Oh, I get it, because there's a big gap. Right? The other day I heard something about the king of the Scandinavian lost boats, HorseyEatYou, that points to one possible answer. She clearly remembers the events of the past few thousand years, does so as though it was perfectly natural. What's more, she did so even while understanding that the lost boats, including her own, were cut off from proper human history because their continued existence was deemed extraneous. This means she is fully aware that nothing could have happened during the several thousand years between when Ragnarok took place in the present day, yet she and her lost boat all exist as though their several hundred years of lost history had actually taken place. Quite the contradiction. Of course, while we can't make any definitive statements based on one king's single passing remark, I do feel confident enough to propose a hypothesis. I suspect that the blank period between when a lost boat was pruned and was replanted in the present day may have actually taken place inside each tree of emptiness. Aww? Sorry, I get it. Oh. Okay, sorry, I got a text. Scandinavia would be about 3,000. China would be 2,200, and so on and so forth. Further expound on my hypothesis. Is suspect that the trees of emptiness take the point at which a lost boat's history is pruned. Simulate what would happen if that history had continued on from that point. Doing so, the trees effectively prove that history's existence, the result is projected onto the planet itself. My hypothesis is correct, that would mean the trees are essentially creating history, not rewriting it. Not even a demiurge class divine spirit that once ruled the entire planet could wield this kind of authority on Earth in the present day. That's interesting. Wodan? I mean, Lord Krishtaria Wodan? Just what is the foreign god anyway? Foreign god, huh? Easy to know, Ophelia? Me neither. It's not just you and me. None of us crypters know what the foreign god looks like. All we know is something that resurrected us from our coffins in exchange for making us raise lost bots. Except, Wodan's the only one of us who's heard directly from the foreign god's goal. What the foreign god's goal is. What's this text file over here by itself? Looks like some kind of note. Let's say, Wodan, between this and the easily guessable password, you're getting sloppy. Hey, Kadoc, I know you're reading this. And this is really a plain text file? What is this? On the trees of emptiness and bleached earth phenomenon. With the exception of us crypters and the alter egos, trees of emptiness are the only method the foreign god has employed to tamper with earth. Therefore interpreted this phenomenon as signifying that it was the trees of emptiness that wiped earth clean when they descended to the ground. Or after re-reviewing and re-analyzing the data taken from earth's surface, no longer so sure. To come straight to the point, we may have been mistaken. The trees of emptiness only appeared after earth had been bleached. This order of events is crucial. I don't know which of the cryptos will end up viewing this file, but whoever it is, I hope they find it useful. Telling me the trees of emptiness only came down to Earth after it had been wiped clean? So they couldn't exist while Earth existed. Which, but that doesn't make any sense. I thought for sure it's the trees of emptiness that wiped out Earth and humanity. But if Earth had already been bleached before the trees of emptiness showed up, then why make them, or the lost boats at all? If the foreign god wanted to get rid of humanity, they wanted to bother making lost boats in the first place. If anything, it seems to me like the whole reason they want to see a bunch of different possible human histories is because they don't know anything about us. But then, why? Maybe the bleaching wasn't to wipe out humanity, but to make an environment they could set foot in. Maybe they only got rid of humanity because they had no other choice. Maybe a world covered in pure white, brand new textures is the only kind of world the foreign god could visit. Then if that were the case, the lost boats would only get in the way. So what are they in the trees of emptiness for? I don't think it's a coincidence we're getting this information at the same time we learned about how the Greek gods came to Earth. Dang, I'm just going around in circles. So some crucial piece of information I'm missing. Just my luck. Too many files on this terminal to find the data I need. Why are these folders all scattered all over the place? Some kind of anti-hacking measure or something? Yeah, instead of going stuff, just go. That works. So hoping I wouldn't have to touch the big files. But at this rate, I'll have to copy everything. You have a flash drive? The foreign god. There's no question that they're an aggressor, that they can't coexist with our history. For the whole god thing, it's way more likely they're a new kind of life form we know nothing about. And god is just the best word we have for it. So why make the lost boats? Why use this at all? It's because they still don't know much about Earth? That can't be it. Talking about being capable of wiping the whole planet clean in a second. Come on, Kadoc, think. No way the foreign guy doesn't know the first thing about Earth or humanity. Just have done their homework. They wouldn't have known to attack us. Chaldea, before making any other moves. I'm getting calls. Look, there's already like 10 cuts this video. I can do one more. Okay, last cut, I swear. Which is why they're so wait. The foreign guy is really cautious, which is why they're trying to keep their identity a secret. Zeus is omnipotent and omniscient, so he doesn't care to hide who he is. He also had no problem crushing any form of dissent himself. Foreign guys are not at that level yet, which is why they're still so careful about any information pertaining to them. That's it. Foreign guys have got one major fatal flaw. They don't have a physical body yet. If they did, even if it was just a divided spirit or a terminal, they wouldn't have to rely on anyone else. That's why they enlisted the alter egos and us Crypters to be their hands in this world. Rasputin, Limbo, Muramasa. Why would a foreign being use heroic spirits from Earth? They might have dressed their alter ego disciples up a little, but they're still figures taken from our history. Hang on, what if the foreign guy could only make use of things on Earth? It's not even that. They can only use things from the past, things that used to be on Earth. At some point, the foreign god plans on descending to Earth, so that's what they told Woldine. Once the tree of emptiness is fully grown, it will become the foreign god's body. So what happens after that? Maybe when the foreign god's descendant incarnates on Earth, they're going to base their body on the data about Earth we've all been collecting for them. It's not a bad theory. Foreign god absolutely has to have local life forms, and they must be for output. Wait, for reference. From there, as long as the foreign god can guide the local life form successfully. Limbo? Or Pepe! How very perceptive, I see. It would seem that given enough time, humans will indeed cease to be mindless reeds and start reaching conclusions of their own. Zeus? Oh no, Limbo. I used to laugh at the idea that a few crypters putting their heads together could arrive at this truth. But now I see how close you've become to figuring out the foreign god's true nature. It's clear I underestimated you, Lord Kadoc. Crap! An alter ego! Indeed it is I, Limbo, and I can teleport behind you. Nothing personnel. Oh, wait. Wait, is Kadoc dead? This simply won't do, Lord Kadoc. No, it simply won't do at all. We're gonna go stooping around like a spy. You must be more prepared for the possible consequences. Don't you agree? Look, just don't hurt Pepe. I'll give you Kadoc. Wait, oh, I see. I suppose you're prepared after all. I do beg your pardon. I didn't realize that flimsy little shoulder on your body is meant to provide meaningful protection. Oh yes, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I've gone and punctured your little spell. And this wound being quite fatal, I'm afraid this is as far as you go. Much as I hope to see you again one day, seems rather unlikely now. Alas. Yeah, you alter ego! So tell me, have you shared this pet theory of yours with any of the other Crypters? Yeah. I told Kristaria, you gotta kill him too. For example, should I assume Kristaria Woldheim has reached the same conclusions as you have? Ah, but no, he hasn't. He'd never permit himself to do such a thing. Oh, he totally knows, right? He's very smart after all, so you know he'll be disposed of should he arrive at the truth. That's why he kept his thoughts strictly as raw data rather than mulling them over and drawing conclusions. No wonder the foreign god chose him for their executor. Executor. Kadoc! I know I said that about Pepe, but I still want you to live too! Oh my, I do apologize. Completely forgot about the pain curse I still had embedded in my nails. I wonder you can't... Oh, he has big nails. Can't answer my questions then. How careless of me. Well then, pitiful Crypter without a lost belt. It would seem this is goodbye. Someone's gonna save him, right? Right? Big brother Beryl? Beryl will leech on? Right? Beryl will save him, right? He's a great guy. I can see David swooping in though and helping him out. Well, does David help people? I don't know. Describe David's personality. Mysterious. Straight to battle. Okay. Sorry, that's me taking a drink. You go, Paul. So yeah. That's a lot of information that I guess I have to process. And, you know, that's information I can still theorize about. Because even on the Japanese servers, they don't know. They apparently have a little more information than we do. Given they have 3, arguably 4 extra story events. It's Hand Kill, Last Boat 6. Then 2, the Abyssal event, 4.5. You know, the one with Nemo. And then Tunguska. I don't know how relevant the Abyssal event is. I forget the name of it, or let's say the full name. Every time I try to look it up, I ended up with Seraph instead, so I don't think it's even called Abyssal. But I assume it's relevant in some regard. Even, you know, it's called 4.5. But given it takes place before 5, it can't have anything too meaningful in it. Right? Watch it completely reveal everything about the Forward God. But I assume of those out, my understanding is Last Boat 6 is kind of, well, I don't want to call it a filler chapter, right? But not, I don't think there's a lot of, like, relevant information for the, what do you call it, the framing narrative? I don't think that's quite right. The meta narrative, the main narrative, let's say. It's mostly pertaining to the Lost Boat 6 itself. At least, that's how I understand it. I could be completely wrong, by the way. I do know more Mosses in it. So, I mean, it probably has at least some relevant information about the Foreign God, but that's why I assume anything relevant is probably from Hagenkill, where Limbo is, and Tunguska, where Koyanskaya is. And we beat them. I assume we'll have post-battle dialogue, right? Here's Waver. He's getting his bond up. How close do you think he is? Like a million off from bond 12? Takes forever. Battle? No, really? Just battle for battle's sake? I mean, I'm not against the idea, but you know, while Kadoc was doing all that, we're still fighting. You know, that's, I think it makes sense for that to be there. I have the thunder that smites stars. 2 arrows, huh? Okay, guys, I'll see you guys next time. I'm done for the day. This is the 3rd video, but 2 have been very long. Oh, wait, I need to do this. 25 days left, but still, I forget about this. Find someone in free play. Okay, yeah, I can do that easy. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time with some more RIP Kadoc. See you guys then. Bye.